Hello, maybe. Hi, it's me, Netta V. Welcome and welcome back. Maybe, like I said, this may turn out to be just another private, totally private, never seeing the light of day video moment, journal entry, video journal entry moment. Some thoughts. It's like really late. It's like 3:30 a.m. I had lied down, fell asleep, passed out, and woke up about 12:30 a.m. and been up ever since doing some things. Right now, my little doggy is eating some pink salmon in a can. I gave her, let her eat some of that because I know I'm cooking for us humans. Gives me some salmon in the next 24 to 48 hours. I don't know exactly when. I took it out of the deep freezer, a whole package of it. It's like five, six or more fillets in a bag. Salmon. I found this great deal. Oh, here's a bunny trail. Sorry about that. But I found this great deal last year with a company, Butcher Box. They had a special going that if I signed up for a subscription, I'd win free, earn free salmon for a year worth of salmon. And Butcher Box, they sell the other meats, some beef, steaks, chicken. I haven't seen any other fish. I just thought about that. But the salmon is free. A year's worth of free salmon. Excuse me. I jumped on it. And I've been able to schedule my subscriptions, switch them around instead of just monthly. I spread them out every 60 days to 30 days. I almost canceled because FedEx delivers. They say they have a contract with FedEx. I ask, is there an optional choice to use a different mode of delivery, like through USPS or even a UPS? They said no, they have a contract. And the reason I requested that and almost canceled my subscription is because the FedEx delivery people would constantly leave this big box of frozen meat basically on the curb, which if we had a curb, which we don't really have a curb, but that means the bottom of my driveway. We have a kind of steep driveway, but if they could at least drive up the driveway and bring it not to my door necessarily, but put it at the wheelchair ramp. We have a wheelchair ramp. If they just leave it there at the bottom of the wheelchair ramp, it makes it much easier for me to get that box of meat in, from being outside in the elements. And I literally cut it open outside usually and take the meat in piece by piece and put it in the freezer because it's usually a pretty heavy box of frozen meat plus, hot ice, dry ice is what we used to refer to. Anyway, excuse me, so I pulled out the last salmon delivery that was made and took it out so it can thaw out. It's basically taken out of a big freezer and sitting out on my porch right now because it's nice and cool. So I have it pre defrost mode because I know I want to cook it up for us. But it's Easter Sunday, so I also know I don't want to really cook today. Excuse me, but I want to have a nice kind of celebratory meal because my daughter is leaving in less than a week now. She's going back to Chicago and she's been with me a month. I had my surgery exactly 30 days ago now, and she got here just before um, I had the surgery. I had the surgery March 5th, and she might have got here like March 1st. Anyway, so she's been here all that time. She extended her stay till the 10th, which is next week, and it's like, okay, time is upon us. She's about to leave, and she's been working almost nonstop, helping me unpack, downsize, sort, throw out, separate for donations, blah blah blah. Organize. She's been organizing crazy like a storm here. Plus working full time. She didn't take time off from her job because she's been made the clinical director of this treatment program. It's called, I believe, Thriving Sparrow, out of Illinois. And she does most of her work remotely. So usually 2 days a week, she has her own private caseload management. She still does client therapy with clients. And the other days of the week, she usually does administrative duties, hiring, firing, counseling, meetings. They have, she has weekly meetings, at least weekly, with the owner of Thriving Sparrow Counseling. The owner has basically made my daughter her right hand woman. And again, so they meet at least a video chat type of meeting once a week. Now, when she's there, they actually meet in person. I don't know how many times a month, but sometimes maybe just once a month. I don't know, but they communicate weekly for sure. Um, at least maybe a couple times a week, and or as needed. Even like her clients who meet her only 2 days, 1 of 2 days a week, usually know that they could call her or text her or email her, whatever, contact her with a message that they would like to request an emergency session. And sometimes, so she does that periodically also, in addition to the mandatory weekly sessions, she sometimes does impromptu sessions. So anyway, the main reason I was doing this entry, video journal entry, was because it was dawning on me. She's finding I had so much stuff packed up way before I met this man I'm married to. Jewelry, clothes, all kind of gadgets, stuff, pots and pans, you name it. Some of the stuff has been new, but packed in packing of some sort for years. Like I have a crock pot. I still have never used, but I bought it before 2018. I know that. I sold the house I had in 2018, 2019. And so I had bought it when living in my other house way before I met Rich. Um, and for some reason, typically I bought that item and packed it and put it away, thinking I'm going to use it eventually. I don't know what, I would see things and spontaneously maybe or impulsively even maybe say, oh, that looks like a great deal. I got to have it. And it's on special. Let me get it now. I may not use it right away. And I had so many things like that. Pressure cooker, combination Grassi, Degrassi, whatever this guy's name is, famous cook and all that. He has, he puts out pressure cookers, air fryers. So I bought a combination from him, pressure cooker, air fryer, and packed it away. I finally started using the pressure cooker part in the apartment I was in when I left Rich the first time. I literally left him and divorced him. That's a lot. That's a story I won't get into right now, the details. But anyway, so I moved it to a kind of like a Section 8. Well, we don't have Section 8. Maybe we do, but it's an apartment complex for people. It's a government thing, kind of like housing, public housing, so to speak, but it's for people on disability and or seniors, fixed income. You low income, you can't have over a certain amount of income. If you do, you don't qualify. So anyway, I moved into that tiny apartment over there. Finally, broke out the pressure cooker. The reason I didn't start with the air fryer part of the cooking system right away was because honestly, I didn't know where the lid for that was, and each function has its own lid. So the pressure cooker part has its lid, which was readily accessible to me with the cooker system itself, base of the system. But the part that turns it into a air fryer, it took me months to finally find that, unpack it, and I didn't do that until we got this house. And Rich closed on this house August 8th. I believe it was August 8th, 2025, last year. So I finally started using that here, and I was, and each like with the pressure cooker, I was like, oh, this is wonderful once I started using it. The air fryer was like, oh my God, I should have been using this much sooner. It's wonderful. And I'm just constantly finding things. Here's a bracelet, been packed away for God knows how many years. I don't know when or if I bought it myself, if it was a gift from my girls, my daughter and granddaughters. But all kind of jewelry I'm finding, beautiful. Some of it's beautiful jewelry that people would presume or assume or whatever. If I could deck myself out and put on a bunch of my jewelry and went out, they would swear up and down, of course, that my husband bought me all this jewelry. I've never been a big jewelry work wearing person. And it's weird. I thought about that. I come from a culture where people around me would buy gold jewelry and purposely want to have gold jewelry. Um, like a pretty statement in this, that, and the other, but also an investment. So they had something they could pawn in an emergency, take to the pawn shops. And that's how a lot of them lost that nice jewelry too. Gold, real gold, pure gold. I never got into that because, again, I was never a big jewelry wearer. And it didn't dawn on me to, like even some of my relatives, to get into the habit of buying pure gold earrings, rings, necklaces, whatnot, so I could have small items, hideable items that were valuable enough to like pawn or sell in an emergency. That didn't occur to me. But I have accumulated lots of little jewelry here and there, most of it gifts from my girls. And again, because I haven't worn my, so I have earrings, I have bracelets, a few necklaces, um, and now rings. Also, I have short, stubby kind of fingers, so I've never been a person really big on wanting to wear a lot of rings. And I know some people do, even with the short, tiny fingers. I see them rings on fingers and toes, and I just never really got into that. But anyway, so I'm wearing Timu hair. Um, I love these little things. I'll get more colors eventually, and I put on top of it camouflage scarf. This is more like a scarf uh, 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 or a bandana. It's a tie-on. So anyway, that's what I was just doing. Wanted to journal that quick thought. And again, if you see this, God bless you. I love you. Thank you for supporting me by popping in, dropping in, and saying hi, or a thumbs up, or send me prayers or whatever. I appreciate you. I love you. I love all YouTubers, especially small YouTubers like myself. And hopefully, I'll see you maybe next time. I'm able to contribute some content. Meanwhile, adios, au revoir, uh, sayonara, hasta mañana, hasta la vista. I'll be back, God willing.